Joining us now is Miro Popovich. He's a U.S. military veteran now defending his homeland in Ukraine. Miro, thanks for being with us. As someone who's fighting against Russia, I'd like to know what your reaction is to these images that we are now seeing out of Moscow's Red Square of them preparing for this big victory-like celebration where Vladimir Putin's going to show off his military might there and try to possibly declare mission accomplished. What do you think about that?
Well, it's not a surprise to me because the propaganda machine is working, and the propaganda machine, it doesn't work for the outside world. But his main mission right now is to convince his own people that what he's doing is right, and it's like a Soviet Union when what 50, 60, 70 years ago, USSR was doing the same thing. I mean, it's the same. I think they use the same notebooks where they get their marks how to make a propaganda inside their own countries. So it's not a surprise to me. But right now, I was deputized, and we work in Kiev. We're gonna move to the east where the battle is in about a week. But right now we stay here behind because we wait for some provocations or rocket attacks or whatever, something on this May 9th, May 10th, the victory days. We're waiting for something to come because we don't know what to expect, but we know we're ready. That's going to be something's going to happen here in Kiev or in other big cities.
Yeah. I can't imagine, the anxiety that goes for everyone that's having to experience that, just waiting to see what happens. How would you say the Ukrainian forces are holding up?
Oh, well, Ukrainian forces holding up well. The biggest thing right now is, Azovstal or Azovstal factory in Mariupol, where all the civilians were evacuated not so long ago, is great, and I'm happy about it. But there's still military personnel there and injured military personnel there, and I think it's important for the world to know that there's still people there in that factory, because military people, military personnel, they're humans too. There's a lot of injured people that die there from starving, dehydration, and injuries, and I hope that we were already sending calls for Turkey or other people, other countries to help these evac missions from that factory, because there's still people there. Of course, children and women were already evacuated from there, but military personnel, they're humans too, and I hope the world will know and help us to evacuate them from that factory.
Still there in those hard conditions.
Those same soldiers from Azov battalion that were there for 2 months protecting civilians and kids and children, and every day they drop like 50, 60 bombs on them. I mean, can you imagine? It's horrible. It's unimaginary. And
it's awful. It's absolutely awful. I want to ask you, we're seeing the Russians trying to put their stamp on Ukrainian cities. We just saw that in Nick's piece that we just played. The flags, road signs, they're changing the language from Ukrainian to Russian. These are some of the same places where they bomb civilian buildings beyond recognition. What are you seeing on the ground in terms of that sort of thing?
Where I'm at right now, in around the capital, it never happened. But I think what they're doing is it's again for propaganda purposes. They changing signs, and they're taking videos and pictures. So they're gonna show on their TV that it's being liberated, and that sort of thing. I think it's just a show. Nothing. It's just a propaganda type of propaganda, so they can show that they achieved something. They can make it look bigger on TV than it is.
Right. And President Zelensky has said more than 500,000 Ukrainians have been forcibly deported to Russia since the start of this war. What do you think Russia plans to do with all of these people?
Well, I cannot tell you for sure, but I haven't heard a single time that Russia did something good with anybody. I hope and I pray for the best. But I've been to right after the Russians um, ran away from the capital area. I've seen what happened in Bucha and Irpin. There are hundreds of bodies lying on the ground, executed, and I don't know. They whatever they do is they do a lot of war crime, and I have no explanation why they do it. I hope those people who were forcefully moved to Russia, I hope they'll be fine. But um, I just hope they'll be fine. I have not.
Right. And you mentioned Bucha and what the horrors that you witnessed there. How are you processing that? It's just a human taking all of that in.
You know what? Let me tell you, the first time I was there, I was told to move something 1 block away. I forgot sorry, 1 second. It's yeah, sorry, the lighting. Yeah, I was told to move something 1 block away, and I looked at that street, that 1 block, I counted 6 bodies lying on the floor, and I just said, I just go around. So I went around the block, so I just don't have to go through those bodies. So I don't have to, look at, because one thing is when you look at it on the CNN or whatever, online on Facebook or whatever, you go Google and you see these images, it's horrible. But when you actually have to experience it, it's horrible.
I'm sure it is.
That day, I had to go around the block, so I don't have to just go through those bodies. And there were so many of them. Sorry, somebody called me. Yeah, it's so many. There were so many. Horrible.
It's awful. Well, all right, Miro, thank you for taking time.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Also, sorry. Can I add one more thing? There's I've seen. I want to thank American. There's a lot of support. And we know that we're not alone. And my American friends and family and a lot of American people, they sending us gear and they sending us, plates, gas masks, stuff like that to help us fight. And I just want to say thank you that you're not leaving Ukraine and not leaving us alone. It's very important. Without you, nothing is possible. So thank you.